What begins as one bold stroke becomes a masterpiece in motion before your eyes. Welcome to modern art in motion, where every color breathes, every texture speaks, and every movement across the canvas becomes a living story of transformation. As a professional artist, I want this experience to feel more than visual. I want it to feel cinematic, emotional, and deeply personal, as if the paint itself is moving with the rhythm of your thoughts. Imagine the canvas before us not as a flat surface, but as an open universe of possibility, where every sweep of pigment creates energy, and every abstract form captures a moment of becoming. Modern art is not static. It lives in motion, in the tension between bold strokes and soft fades, in the dance of light against shadow, and in the way unexpected textures emerge from fearless experimentation. This is what makes it so powerful for a YouTube audience. It is mesmerizing, immersive, and endlessly open to interpretation. As the first layer spreads across the surface, notice how the movement itself creates emotion. The glide of a palette knife, the drip of liquid acrylic, the slow blending of vibrant tones into atmospheric gradients, all of it mirrors the flow of life, where no moment remains fixed and every second offers a chance for reinvention. In modern abstract expression, motion is the heartbeat. A line is never just a line. It is direction, momentum, and intention. A splash is never random. It is energy captured in its purest visual form. The beauty of this artistic style lies in its honesty. It doesn't try to imitate reality. It translates feeling into form. Every shift of color becomes a change in mood. Every fractured edge suggests tension. Every metallic shimmer becomes a symbol of resilience breaking through darkness. As you watch this artwork evolve, let yourself feel the hypnotic rhythm of creation. The brush moves quickly in some places, almost urgent, then slows into delicate circular motions that soften the atmosphere and add depth. This contrast between speed and stillness is what gives modern art its magnetic presence. It reflects the push and pull of life itself. The moments when we race forward with ambition, and the moments when we pause to absorb, reflect, and transform. In motion, art becomes a metaphor for progress. No layer exists alone. Each one interacts with the next, building a visual narrative of evolution. The deeper tones anchor the piece like memories and experiences, while brighter highlights rise to the surface like hope, vision, and possibility. This interplay creates a dynamic sense of depth that feels alive on screen, making the viewer feel as though the canvas is breathing. That living quality is the essence of modern art in motion. It is not about perfection or rigid composition. It is about allowing movement itself to shape the story. The drips that travel downward become pathways. The sweeping arcs become gestures of confidence. The fragmented blocks of color become emotional architecture, holding together the chaos in a way that feels unexpectedly harmonious. As a professional artist, I often think of motion as the soul of the painting. Without movement, the image remains decorative. With movement, it becomes transformative. On YouTube, this transformation becomes even more powerful because the viewer witnesses the journey in real time. They don't just see the final result, they feel the emergence of every layer, every decision, every risk. That transparency creates connection. It turns the artwork into an experience rather than an object. Modern art thrives on this sense of discovery. Some of the most compelling moments happen when the piece seems to surprise even the artist. A color blend creates an unexpected storm-like texture. A dragged brush reveals hidden layers beneath. A sudden contrast of matte and gloss catches the light in a way that changes the entire emotional temperature of the work. These moments remind us that creativity is a collaboration between intention and spontaneity. Motion is where those two forces meet. It is where the planned and the accidental merge into something original. As the painting develops, the forms begin to pulse with visual rhythm. Repeated marks create beats like music, while sweeping gradients act like melodies moving across the composition. This musicality is one of the reasons modern art in motion feels so captivating in video format. The viewer becomes immersed in the tempo of the process, almost meditative in the way each movement leads naturally into the next. The transitions between colors are smooth and fluid, yet the sharper textural moments create visual percussion, giving the eye places to pause and feel impact. In a professional studio, this is often the most exciting stage, the moment when the piece begins to establish its own voice. It starts telling you what it needs: more contrast here, a softer edge there, a sudden burst of gold in the center to create a focal point of energy. Modern art is fearless in this way. It invites bold decisions and rewards intuition. The motion of the hand becomes an extension of inner emotion, and the canvas records that energy in permanent form. For a YouTube audience, this energy becomes contagious. Watching art in motion awakens something primal and inspiring. It reminds people that creativity is not distant or reserved for experts. It is alive, accessible, and deeply human. Every moving brushstroke whispers the same truth: progress happens through action. The canvas only changes when the artist dares to move. That lesson extends far beyond art. Life itself transforms through motion, through the willingness to begin, adjust, experiment, and continue. As the composition expands, layers of translucent paint create a sense of atmosphere, almost like mist drifting through an urban skyline or neon reflections shimmering on rain-soaked streets. This modern, trendy visual language resonates strongly with contemporary viewers because it blends emotion with aesthetic sophistication. It feels luxurious yet raw, minimal yet expressive. The movement of the paint captures both energy and elegance, making the process visually addictive. Every second offers a new shape, a new interaction of texture and light, a new emotional possibility. The piece never stays the same, and that impermanence is part of its beauty. Modern art in motion celebrates evolution. It reminds us that identity, vision, and purpose are never fixed. They are continuously shaped by movement and time. The same way colors merge into something new, our experiences blend into the people we become. This is why abstract motion art feels so emotionally resonant. It bypasses literal storytelling and instead creates a direct pathway into feeling. A sweeping black gesture can feel like determination. A burst of white can feel like clarity. A fractured crimson accent can feel like passion breaking through restraint. The viewer interprets, connects, and finds their own narrative within the motion. This personal connection is what keeps audiences watching, reflecting, and returning. The most professional modern art videos understand this emotional rhythm. They do not rush the process. They allow the camera to linger on the satisfying movement of paint spreading, the shimmer of wet texture under studio lights, the slow reveal of intricate details emerging from broad gestures. These visual pauses give the audience time to breathe with the art. They transform the video into a sensory journey. As the final layers come into place, the motion becomes more intentional, more refined, as if the painting has discovered its center of gravity. Highlights are placed strategically to catch the eye. Contrasts are sharpened to create drama. The edges of shapes are softened or intensified depending on the mood. Every final gesture matters because it completes the illusion of movement even in the finished piece. A successful modern artwork continues to feel alive after the brush has stopped. The eye keeps moving through the composition, tracing pathways, discovering textures, following the flow of color. That lingering sense of motion is what makes the piece unforgettable. It turns a simple canvas into a dynamic presence. For your YouTube channel, this concept can become a signature style. Art that feels alive, cinematic, and emotionally immersive from the first second to the last. Viewers are not just watching paint move. They are watching energy become form. They are witnessing the invisible made visible through rhythm, texture, and fearless design. In today's digital world, where audiences crave both inspiration and aesthetic escape, modern art in motion offers the perfect fusion. It satisfies the desire for beauty, process, and emotional resonance all at once. The movement across the canvas becomes almost symbolic of the movement within the viewer's own mind. A reminder that ideas, dreams, and emotions are always in flux, always capable of becoming something extraordinary. As the final camera sweep glides across the completed work, the surface catches the light, revealing hidden layers, glossy ridges, matte contrasts, and shimmering accents that only motion could fully reveal. The artwork stands as proof that creativity is not a destination but a living process. Every masterpiece begins as movement. Every vision begins as a gesture. Every transformation begins with the courage to let something flow. And here on Modern Art in Motion, that flow never stops. It continues through every new canvas, every evolving technique, every fearless experiment in color and form. This is not just a video. It is an invitation into the moving soul of modern art, where every second creates wonder and every frame turns motion into meaning.